all that you have done.
Well, thank you, sir. Pray you, tell me this. Which of the two was the daughter of the Duchess that was here at the wrestling?
Neither her daughter, if you judge by manner. But yet, indeed, the lesser is her daughter. The other is daughter to the banished Duchess, and here detained by her usurping aunt. To keep her daughter company, these loves are dear to the natural bond of sisters. But sir, you well. Hereafter, in a better world than this, I shall desire more knowledge of you.
I rest much bound to fare you well. This must I, from the smoke into the smother, from a tyrant brother. Oh, what heavenly Rosalind!
Say it without cancer. I'll go along with thee. Where shall we go?
seek my aunt in the Forest Garden.
Alas, what danger will be to us? Maids as we are to travel forth so far.
I'll put myself in a poor and mean attire with a kind of umber smell about me. The like of you, and so shall I pass along and never stir assailants.
Oh, were not better, because I am not at all. That I would point to me on point like a man.
What shall I call thee when thou art a man?
I'll have no worse name than Joe's own page. Therefore, look you call me Yenny. And what do you call me?
Something that hath reference to my state. No longer Celia, but Aliana.
Oh, my cousin. What if we essayed to steal the clown of fools from your mother's court? Would he not be a comfort to our travel?
He'll go along with wide world with me. Let's away and get our jewels and our wealth. Devise the fittest time and the safest way to save us. That will be made after my flight. Now go we, content to liberty and not to banishment.
Wait. What, my young master? Oh, my gentle master. Your brother? No, no brother. Yet the son of him I was about to call his father hath heard your prayer. And this time he means to burn your lodging where you used to lie, and you within.
Wait, whither, Adam? Wouldst thou have me go?
Come back to the wizard, so you come back here.
What wouldst thou have me do? Go and beg my food? Or with a base and boisterous sword? Report the thieves living upon the common road? This I will not do. Rather, I will subject me to the malice of bloody brother.
But do not so. I have 500 crowns, the 50 I had father. All this I give you. Let me be your servant. Though I am poor, yet I am strong. I'll do the service of a younger man.
O good old man, thou art not for the fashion of these times. None will sweat but for promotion. Come thy ways, we'll go along together.
Master, go on, and I will follow you to the last gasp of tooth and lobe.
secretly confesses that she overheard his daughter and her cousin much commend the parts and graces of that wrestler that did but lately foil the sinewy Charles, and she believes that wherever they are gone, the youth is surely sends to his brother, fetch that gallant hither. I'll leave the fight. Do the search and inquisition quail, to bring again his foolish judgment.
Now, my co-mates in exile, hath not of custom made this life more sweet than that of painted palm? Are not these woods more free from peril than the envious court? Here feel we not the penalty of Adam, the season's difference as the icy fang, and churlish chiding of the winter's wind, which when it bites and blows upon my body, even
To another man, and do not cheer the fleece of the Besides, his coat, his cloths, and guns here now on the set, and our chief coat now. By reason of his absence, here is but what is? Come see, and my voice most welcome you shall.
Who is he that shall buy the pastor and the flock?
That young swain that you saw here but here well, that little kid flying in.
I pray thee, if it stands with honesty, buy thou the pastor, cottage, and the flock, and you shall have to pay for it of us. And we will bet thy wages. I like this place and could willingly waste my time in it.
Assuredly, the thing is to be sold. Go with me. If you like to find a port, profit, the soil, in this kind of land, I will be very faithful feeder you. Battle with your gold right side.
what you will, Monsieur J, please.
Nay, I care not for their names. They owe me nothing. Will you sing?
Or at your request, to please myself.
Then, if I relate any woman, I'll make you.
If you
But that's what they call home. It's like the encounter of two doggies. And when a man gives me a penny, he thinks I have given him $1 and renders me the beggarly thanks.
alas, my love.
You that will not hold your tongues.
Well, I'll admit, Monsieur's covered a while. The Duchess would drink under this tree. She hath done all the same look for you.
And I have been all this age will avoid her. Come, come, warble, come.
Alas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously. I have loved.
Nay, I'll stop you there. I'll give you a song that I wrote yesterday, in spite of my invention. Give me a tune. It goes like this. If it do come to pass that any man turn ass, leaving him well to needs, a stubborn will to please. Duke down, duke down, duke down. Any man is he, and he will come to me, and I will be with thee.
What's that, Duke Don?
All fools into a circle. I'll go to bed if I can. If I cannot, I'll rail against all the firstborn of Egypt.
I'll go seek the Duchess. Her baby is prepared.
Dear master, I can go no further. All I die for food. Here lie I down and measure out my grave. Well, kind master.
Why, how no, Adam? Come, I will bear thee away to some shelter, but thou shalt not die for thy own dinner. There is anything in this desert.
There is an old poor man who after me hath many a weary steps linked is pure love, till he be first sufficed, first with two weak evils, age and hunger.
I will not touch a bit.
Go find him out, and we'll nothing waste till you return.
I thank you. Be blessed for your good comfort.
Thou seest we're not all alone and happy. This wide and universal theater presents more woeful pageants in the scene wherein we play it.
All the world is a stage. And all men and women merely players. They have their entrances and their exits. And one man at a time plays several parts. Yes, being 7. First, the infant, mewing and puking in the nurse's arms. And then the whining schoolboy, with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping unwilling like the snail to school. And then the lover, sighing like the furnace, with the wolf ballad made his mistress's eyebrow. And then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the heart, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, always seeking the bubble reputation, even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, in fair round belly with good cap and lines, with eyes severe, beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part. The 6th age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch at side, his youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shape.
And his big manly voice.
Turning once more towards childish treble pipes and whistles in sound.
And the last stage of all, that which ends his strange, eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
Welcome. Sit down your venerable burden and let us review.
Thank you most for him.
So had you need. I scarce can speak to thank you for myself.
Welcome, fall 2. I will not choke you as yet to question you about your fortunes. Give us some music and do present sing.
Under the green bush tree, who loves to fly with me and turn his merry nose until come hither, you shall be seen, no enemy, but winter and weather.
If that you were the good Sir Roland's son, as you have whispered faithfully you were, it is mine eye like Deputy's witness, most truly living in your face. Be truly welcome hither. I am the Duchess that was friend to your father. Give me your hand and let me all your fortunes understand.
Not seen him since? Find out thy brother, wheresoe'er he is, bring him dead or living. Thy lands and all things that thou dost call thine, which Cedric do we seize in our hands, till thou canst pity by thy brother's mouth of what we think against thee.
I never loved my brother in my life.
More than that.
Hang there my verse, and witness of my road. O Rosalind, these trees shall be my books, and in their barks my thoughts of character. And every eye which in this forest looks shall see that virtue witnessed everywhere.
And how do I give this shepherd's life, Master Thurdsay?
Truly, shepherd, in respect of itself, it is a good life. But that it is a shepherd's life, it is not. But in respect that it is solitary, I like it very well. But in respect that it is private, it is a very that it is in the field, that it is in the fields, it pleases me well. Fields, it pleases me well. But in respect that it is not in the court, it is tea, as much as it is spare. Look you, shepherd, it fits my humor well, but there is not much more in it that it goes against my stomach. Is there any philosophy in thee, shepherd?
No more, for that I know that the property of bringest wet and fire. No more, for that I know that the property of bringest wet and fire to burn. In the good month of the night and black of the sun.
Thou sayest well, shepherd. Were you ever in court, shepherd?
No, truly.
Why, if thou never was in court, then I never saw commandments. If I never saw commandments, the man must be wicked. The wicked is the same. The sin of the person. Our mistake, shepherd.
Not a whit of some. Those that are good men in the court are as ridiculous in the country as the behavior of the country is most mockable in the court. You told me you think not giving the sport, but you used to do it at home. That bird is going to be uncleanly, quarter shepherd.
Instance, briefly, come instance.
Why? We are still hanging with you, and their fellows in our police.
Why do not your courtier hands sweat? Mutton, as wholesome as the sweat of a man. Shallow, but better instance, I say, come!
Besides, our hands are hard.
Your lips will feel them sooner. Shallow again, a better instance, I say, come!
Sir, I am a true laborer. I earn that I eat, get that I wear. Owe no man, and be no man's happiness. Content with my heart, I'm glad of all the is good. And the greatest of my pride is to see my ewes graze in my land's side. Look, here comes our next Academy, my new mistress's brother.
From the east to western and Jewel is like Rosalindy. Her work being mounted on the wind, through all the world bears Rosalind. All the picture's fairest lines are but black. So Rosalind, let no face be kept in mind but the fair of Rosalind.
Sweetest nut, sour eye, that is Rosaline. This is a very false gallop of verses. Tell me, why do you infect yourself with these?
Easy, dull, I found them in a tree.
Truly the tree
tree yields bad fruit.
Jesus, Thurdsay. Sit aside, here comes my sister reading.
Ooh, come, shepherd. Let's make an honorable retreat.
Didst thou hear these verses?
Yes, I heard them all, more too.
Trow you, who hath done this?
Man,
And the chain that you once wore about his neck. Change your color.
I prithee who?
Is it possible?
Nay, I prithee now with most petitionary vehemence. Tell me who it is.
Wonderful, wonderful, most wonderful, wonderful. And yet again, wonderful. It is the young Orlando,
Who hath tripped up the rest of us here in your heart both in an instant.
Orlando. Orlando.
For your society. Well then, God be with you, and let's meet as little as we can.
We desire we may be better strangers.
More no more trees with writing love songs in their bark.
I pray you mar no my verses with reading them ill-favoredly.
Rosalind is your lover's name?
Yes, Jess.
I do not like her name.
No thought of pleasing you when she was christened.
What stature is she of?
Just as high as my heart.
You are full of pretty answers.
Not so, but I answer you right.
You have a giggle. Come, sit down with me, and together we'll rail against our mistresses, our miseries, and the world.
Which I know neither in the world but myself, against whom I know most faults.
The greatest fault you have is to be in love.
'Tis a fault that will not change for your best virtue.
On my troth, I was seeking a fool when I found you.
He's drowned in the brook. Look you but in, and you shall see him.
There I shall see my own figure. I'll turn with you no longer. Farewell, your love.
I'm glad of your departure. Adieu, Monsieur Melancholy.
I will speak to him as a saucy lackey, and under that habit play the knave with him. Do you hear for it, sir?
Very well. What would you?
I pray you, what is it o'clock?
You should ask me what time of day. There's no clock in the forest.
Then there is no true lover in the forest, sighing every minute and groaning every hour. Would detect the lazy with the time, as well as the clock.
Where dwell you, pretty youth?
Here in the fine shepherdess. Here on the skirts of the forest, like fringe upon a petticoat.
Are you native of this place? Your accent is something finer than could be purchased in so remote a dwelling.
I have been told so of him. But indeed, an old religious uncle of mine taught me speech, who was in his youth an inland man, one whom he courtship too well. There he fell in love. I've heard him read many lectures against it, and I thank God I'm not a woman, because my only idiot
Can you remember
simple features content you?
Features? What are those? What are these?
I am here with thee in thy coats, as the most capricious poet. Honest Ovid was among the gods.
Yes.
Oh, knowledge ill inhabited, worse than Job in a thatched house.
When a man's verses cannot be understood, nor a man's good wit seconded by the forward child, it strikes a man more dead than a great reckoning in a small room. Truly, I would have the gods made thee poetic.
Well, I did not know it, but honestly, words.
No, truly. For the truest, most famous lovers are given to poetry. And what they do say in poetry, they do swear as lovers. They do feign.
Do you wish then that the gods had made me poetical?
I do, truly. For if thou wert a poet, I might have some hope that thou didst feign.
Would you not have me honest?
No, for honesty coupled to beauty is like honey is sauce to sugar.
A material fool.
Well, I'm not fair. Therefore, I pray to God that you know.
Oh, yes, it may be. And to that end, I have been met with Sir Oliver Martex, who has promised to meet me here to couple us.
I would fain see this meeting.
Well, the gods give us joy.
Amen. If he were of fearful heart, stagger in his attempt, for you have no attempt or beast, no temple but the wood. Oh, there is Sir Oliver. Sir Oliver. Sir Oliver. Sir Oliver! You are well met. Will you dispatch us here? Or shall we go with you to your chapel? Is there no one here to give the woman? I will not take the gift of any man. Truly, she must be. Or living Audrey. Farewell, Sir Oliver. Tis no matter. Ne'er a fantastical knave of these shall flout me with my power.
sweeter does love. Bring us to the site, and we shall say I'll prove a busy actor in their play. So much for a play.
Sweet Phoebe, do not scorn me, do not, Phoebe. Say that you love me not, but say not so with bitterness.
I would not be thy executioner. I bloody, for I would not injure thee.
Oh, Phoebe, if ever, has that ever made you hear, you meet in some fresh cheek, the power of fancy. Then shall you know the moon's invisible that love's keen arrows remain.
But till that time, come not thou near me, and when that time comes, afflict me with thy knocks and pity me not. And till that time, I shall not pity thee.
And why, I pray you? Who might be your mother that you insult, exalt, and all at once over the wretched? What, though you have no beauty, must you be therefore proud and pitiless? That makes the world's old as such ill-favored children. 'Tis fools such as you. Ugh. It is not her glass, but you that flatters her, but mistress, know yourself down on your knees and thank heaven, fasting for a good man's love. For I must tell you, friends, leave your ears. Sell while you can. You are not the all markets. Christ and mercy, love him, take the offer. Foul is most foul, being fast be a scoffer. Set her, take her to thee. There you go.
Sweet youth, I pray you, chide you together. I'd rather hear you chide than this, than
He's fallen in love with your foulness. She'll fall in love with my anger. I pray you, do not be falser than thou sleeping wine. Besides, I like you not.
good shepherd. Now I find that so like whoever loved that loved not at first sight.
Sweet Phoebe, pity me.
Why, I am sorry for thee, gentle Sylvius.
Wherever sorrow is, relief would be, if you do sorrow my grief and love, by giving love your sorrow and my grief. So both exterminate.
Thou hast my love. Is not that neighborly?
I would have you.
Sylvius, 'tis not that I bear thee love. But since thou canst talk of love so well, thy company, which erst was irksome to me, I will endure, and I'll employ thee too. But do not look for further recompense than thine own gladness that thou art employed.
Loose now and scatter smile, and that'll look upon.
Knowest thou the youth expecting me a while?
Not very well, but I had better on.
Think not I love him, though I asked for him, peevish boy, yet he talks well, but what care I for words, yet words do well when he that speaks them loses those that hear.
good to be sad and say nothing.
Why, it's good to be a fellow.
I've neither the scholar's melancholy, which is emulation, nor the musicians, which is fantastical, nor the courtiers, which is proud, nor the ladies, which is nice, nor the soldiers, which is ambitious, and nor the lovers, which is all of these. But it is a melancholy of mine own, compounded from many symbols, extracted from many objects, and is indeed the most sun-dry contemplation of my travels, in which my often rumination warps me in a most humorous sadness.
But perhaps, by my faith, I've seen a great many reasons to be sad. Here you have sold your own lands to seek foreign lands. Therefore, having seen much, having nothing, you have rich eyes and sore hands.
Yes, indeed, I've gained my experience.
I'd rather a fool make me merry than experience that is sad. It's travel too.
Good day and happiness, dear Rosalind. And you, copy blank verse.
Farewell, Mr. Traveler. Oh, how now? Where have you been all this while? Where have you been all this while? You a lover, and you serve me with another trick. Never come in my sight more.
Within an hour of my promise.
Were your hours promised and love?
Pardon me, dear Rosalind.
Nay. And you be so hardy? Never come more in my sight. I'd as lief be wooed of a snail.
A snail?
Come, wooing, wooing. For now I'm in a holiday humor and am like enough to present. Whoever could say to you now you're very, very Rosalind.
I would kiss her before I spoke.
Nay! You were better speak first. Am I not your Rosalind?
Jason, go and say you are, because I would be talking to her.
Well, then in her person I said, I will not have you.
Then in my own person,
No, faith. The whole world is almost 6,000 years old, and in all this time there was never any man who died in his own person, in a love cause. Troilus had his brains dashed out by a great love, but he did what he could to die before, and he gave blood patterns of love. Leander would have lived many a fair year, so Hero had turned on. He had not been drowned. But these are all lies. Men have died from time to time, and worms feed them, but not for love.
I would not have my right Rosalind of this mind. I protest profound my claiming.
By this hand, it will not kill a fly. But come, now I will be your Rosalind and the Lord coming on this position. Ask me what you will, and I will grant it.
You love me, Rosalind?
Yes, faithful, I, Fridays and Saturdays and all.
You know that happy?
I am 20 such.
What sayest thou?
Is that no good?
I hope so.
Then can one desire too much of a good thing? Come, sister, you will be the priest and marry us. Give me your hand.
Really? Marry us.
You don't say the words. You want to say, really, Orlando? Oh, too. Well, you or then have to wife this Rosalind.
I will.
I will when.
Why, now. Just says that she can marry us.
And you must say, I take thee Rosalind's wife.
I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
Tell me how long you have her after you possess her.
Forever and a day.
Oh, no, day, got the ever. No, later. Men are April when they were December when they wed. Maids are May when they are maids. Sky changes when they are washed. I will be more jealous of thee than a farmer pigeon over his hen. I will weep for nothing like Diana at the fountain. And that when you are disposed to be married. I will laugh like a hyena. And that when you are refined to sleep.
Will my Rosalind do this?
Fine. You will do that.
But she is wise. These 2 hours, Rosalind, I will leave thee.
I cannot laugh in 2 hours.
You must attend
join the Duchess at dinner.
By 2 o'clock, I'll be with you again.
Aye, go your way, I knew you'd approve. My friend told me as much. Flattering tongue of yours won me. 'Tis but one who passed away. 2 o'clock,
Aye, sweet Rose.
You have simply misused us in your love praise.
My Christian house. If thou didst know how many fathoms I am. Cannot be asked beside one later. I'll go find a shadow in the silence of the past.
And all sleep.
Which is he that killed the deer?
It was I.
Let us present him to the Duchess, like a roaming conqueror, and it would do well to place the deer's horns upon his head, as a branch of victory.
Say you now, is it not past 2 o'clock? I warned you, your love and the troubled brain that have taken his bow and arrows have gone forth to sleep. Look who comes here.
My errand is to you, fair youth. Phoebe did bid me give you this. I know not the contents, but as I guess, by the stern brow and lascivious action which she did use when she was writing of it, it bears an angry tenor. Pardon me, I am but a guiltless messenger.
Patience yourself, you startle in this letter. Jesus, that I'm not fair, that I lack manners. And that she could not have me. All right, she does me. Well, this is a letter of your own.
No, I protest. I know not the contents. Phoebe did write it.
Mark now the tyrant writes. He that brings his one to thee, so knows the son of envy, and by him stealeth thy mind, whether that thy youth and kind will the faithful offer take of me and all that I can make, or else by him thy love deny, and then I'll set it as a die. Alas, poor child, what have such a woman? What? To make me an instrument to play false strings upon thee? Not really, Lord. Well, go your way and say this, that if she loves me, I charge her to love thee. And if she will not, then I will never have her unless thou will be for her. You be of good heart, and for here comes more company.
Good morrow. Fair one.
Pray you, where in the parlance of this forest stands a sheepcote fenced about with olive trees.
Whence is this place? Down in the neighboring pond, by the river stream. Left on the right hand brings you to the cliff. But at this hour, the house thou keep itself, there's none within.
That and I may, probably by description, mention we know you. Are you not you the one of the house we did inquire for?
It is no boast being asked to say we are.
Orlando, God commend him to you both, and to that youth he calls his Rosamond, he says, this bloody napkin. Are you me?
What do you mean by this?
Some of my shape, if you will know of me, of what man I am, and how, and why, and where this handkerchief came to these days.
Pray you tell us.
When last the young Orlando parted from you, he promised to return again within an hour. Pacing through the forest, he threw his eye aside and marked what object did he present himself. Under a tree whose boughs were moss with age, a wretched, ragged man lay sleeping on his back. About his neck, a green and gilded snake had wreathed itself. But suddenly, on seeing Orlando, it unlinked itself, and with indented glides did slip away into a bush, under which bush's shade a lioness lay couching, head on the ground, and cat like watched, and that sleeping man could stir. Orlando did approach the man, and found it was his brother, his elder brother.
Oh, I have heard speak of this same brother, and he did render him the most unnatural that liveth amongst men.
And, well, he might so do, for I know.
Thank God. Thank God. A good answer. Art thou rich?
So-so.
So is good. Very good. Very excellent good. And yet, it is not. It is but so. Art thou wise, thou sayest well. I do remember a saying, the fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. Of this maid, I do, sir. Give me your hand. Art thou learned?
No, sir.
Then learn this of me. To have is to have, for it is a figure of rhetoric, that drink being poured out of the glass into a cup, emptying one without filling the other. If all your writers do consent that each day is he. Now you are not each but
Which he, sir?
he, sir, the most married woman. Therefore, you come, abandon the society of this woman, or thou perishest, or to thy better understanding, thou diest, or to it. Translate thy life into death, not of a man body. I will kill thee. I will kill thee, and put it in my hand. Or must the royal, or kill. I will run you policy. Therefore, I will kill you in 150 ways. Tremble the bars.
Too good, Mother. Too good.
No, that's 2 minutes.
Trip, Audrey, trip, hey,
Sir Roland the boy, I will instate upon you, and here live and die the shepherd.
You have my consent. Let your wedding be tomorrow.
Thither will I invite the Duchess and all contented followers. Go you, prepare the man.
God save you, brother.
And you, fair sister.
Oh, my dear Orlando, how it grieves me to see thee wear thy heart in a scarf.
Here's my arm.
I thought thine heart had been clawed out by the claws of the lion.
Wounded it is, with the eyes of the lady.
Did your brother tell you how I counterfeited the swoon when he showed me her bloody handkerchief?
Aye. Think greater wonders than that.
Your brother and my sister no sooner met but they looked, no sooner looked but they loved, no sooner loved but they sighed, no sooner sighed but they asked one another the reason, no sooner knew the reason than they sought the remedy. And in these degrees which they will find, they are the very wrath of love.
You shall be married tomorrow. And I will invite the Duchess to the nuptial. But oh, how bitter a thing it is to look into happiness through another man's eyes.
Why, then tomorrow, can I not serve your turn for Rosalind?
I can live no longer by thinking.
I will bother you and no longer with my talking. Believe that I can do strange things. I have, since I was a 3-year-old, conversed with a magician, most profound of himself, and yet not damnable. Your brother married Diana, and you love Rosalind so much that your Brian cries out, then shall you marry her? For I know into what straits of fortune she is driven, and it is not impossible to me. The dear God whom you need to set her before your eyes tomorrow, human as she is, without any danger.
Speakest thou in sober meetings?
By my life I do. Therefore, pursue your best array, bid your friends, or if you want to marry tomorrow, you shall. And Rosalind.
You? You do me much ungentleness to show the letter that I have written to you!
I care not if I have. It is my study to be spiteful and ungentle to you. You are therefore my faithful shepherd. Look upon him, love him, he worships you.
Dear shepherd, tell this youth what it is to love.
It is to be all made of sighs and tears, and so am I for Phoebe.
I forgive you.
And I for Rosalind.
Die for no woman.
It is to be all made of faith and service, and so am I for Phoebe.
Die for you.
And I for Rosalind.
Die for no woman.
It is to be all made of passions and all made of wishes, all adoration, duty, and observance, all humbleness, all patience, all impatience, all purity, all trial, all observance, and so am I for Phoebe.
And so am I.
So am I for Rosalind.
And so am I for no woman. I pray you, no more of this. It's like the howling of iron foolishness in you. I will help you if I can. I would love you if I could. Tomorrow, meeting all together. And marry you if there I met wed any woman. And I'll be married tomorrow. I will satisfy you if ever I satisfy the man. And you'll be married tomorrow.
Those that fear they hope, and know they fear.
I do remember in the shepherd voice some lively touches in my daughter's favor.
My lady, the first time that I ever saw him, methought he was brother to your daughter.
There surely is another flood towards, and all these couples are coming towards the ark. And here comes a very strange pair of beasts.
Salutations and greetings to you all.
Good, my lady, and bid him welcome. This is the motley-minded gentleman I've so often met in the forest. He has been a courtier.
Any man believe that, let him be put to my probation. I have a tried measure. I have a flattered lady. I have been smooth with my enemy, politic with my friend. I have undone 3 tailors. I've had 4 quarrels and life will follow.
I like him very well.
God save you, Duchess. I distract you, though. I stand in here now, amongst the rest, to swear and foresee that as marriage binds and blood breaks, bear your body more seeming, Audrey.
Then there is mirth in heaven. Things made easy. Return together. Good Duchess, receive thy daughter. God from heaven hath brought her, and gave her up her kingdom. The tamarisk her king, whose heart within.
I'll have no mother if you be not she. To you I give myself, for I am yours. To you I give myself, for I am yours.
If there be truth in sight, you are my daughter.
If there be truth in sight, you are my Rosalind.
Sight and shape be true. My love is true. I'll have no mother if you be not she. Or having a husband if you be not he. Nor e'er wed any woman if you be not she.
Be so, of our confusion. 'Tis I must make a conclusion. These most strange events. You and you, no cross shall part. You and you are heart and heart. You to his love must afford, or add a word to your. You and you are sure together as winter is the foul weather. And while the wedlock can we say, feed yourselves with questioning, that reason wonder made a minute, how thus we met in these things today.
Oh, my dear niece, welcome thou art to me. Even daughter, welcome in no less degree.
I will not eat my word. Now, thou art my thing, my fancy, to be not.
Let me have the audience for a word or two. I am the second son of old Sir Roland that brings these tidings to this fair assembly. The Duchess, having heard how every day men of great worth resorted to this forest, addressed a mighty power, which where, on foot in her own conduct, she came purposely to take her sister here and push her to the sword. Where, to the skirts of an old religious man, after some questioning with him, was converted. Both from her enterprise and from the world. Her crown she bequeathed to her bad sister, and all their lands This to be true, I do engage my life.
Welcome, young man. Thou wilt first fare first in this forest. Let us do those ends that here were well begun and well begot. And after every of this happy number that have endured true days and nights with us, shall share the good of our returned fortune. Meantime, forget this new fallen dignity, and fall into our rustic revelry. Play music, and you brides and bridegrooms all, with measure heaped in joy to the measure's fall.
Did thou say the Duchess hath put on a religious life and thrown into neglect the pompuous court?
She had.
To her will I. Out of these convertites, there is still much matter to be heard and learned. You to your former honor I bequeath. Your patience and virtues deserve it well. So to your pleasures. I'm for other than for dancing measures.
Stay, Jake, we stay.
To see no pastime mine. What you will have said, I'll stay to know at your abandoned cave.
Proceed, proceed. We will begin these rites, as we do trust they'll end. In Jesus.